Pixar has a reputation for delivering great, fun, heartfelt, family-friendly films. Its latest entry, Onward, seeks to continue that reputation. Set in a magical world filled with elves, unicorns, and manticores, the film tells the story of two brothers who are given a gift left by their late father. The gift is the ability to bring their father back to life, but only for one day. So using a magical spell left behind by their father, they bring him back. Sort of. This magical mishap sends them on a quest to find a magical gem that will help bring back the rest of their father before the clock runs out. So with Onward, does Pixar have another hit on its hands? All that and more coming up in the review. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Ashley Talks Movies. I'm Ashley, and I'm back with another review. Today I'm going to be talking about Onward, Pixar's new film featuring a voice cast of Tom Holland, Chris Pratt, Octavia Spencer, and Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Yeah, so just a few quick housekeeping items. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my new videos. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Okay, on to the review. So I actually had high expectations going into Onward because, of course, it's a Pixar movie. And Pixar movies have rarely steered me wrong. I mean, there are a couple of Pixar movies that I don't really like. I don't like the Cars movies. I'm not a huge fan of the Monster Inc., Monsters University films. But beyond that, Pixar has a pretty solid track record. So I had really high expectations for Onward. And for the most part, Onward didn't quite meet my expectations. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, because I did really enjoy this film, even though I don't think it's one of the best things that Pixar has done. One of the things I really like about Onward was the world that was built for this film. It's a magical world. It's a world where magic exists, even though magic is not really used and magic is kind of forgotten. But all the creatures and characters are all these magical creatures, and there's so many elements of mythology and folklore really ingrained in this story. And the way everything looks is just amazing. Again, it's Pixar, so the animation here is on point, and it really brings this magical world to life. The voice cast is also really amazing. You have Tom Holland playing Ian, who's this young, kind of shy kid. He's an awkward kid who really just wants to have a chance to meet his father. He actually never got to meet his father. His father died before he was born. His older brother, played by Chris Pratt, is named Barley, and he's just this really sort of like gamer, nerdy kind of dude that's really into, like, you know, their version, I can't remember the name of the game, but it's like their version of Dungeons and Dragons, and he knows all about magic and believes in it, even though people don't use it anymore, and it's kind of been forgotten. So they do a really great job with their characters, the voice acting. You also have Octavia Spencer. She's playing the voice of the Manticore, and I think she does a fantastic job. In fact, she's probably given most of the really funny lines in this movie. The two boys, their mother's voiced by Julia Louis-Dreyfus. She does a great job as well. Speaking of the humor, this movie does try really, really hard to hit those really humorous moments, and I don't really think most of the jokes land. I think the really funny, humorous moments of this movie are delivered by Octavia Spencer's character, the Manticore. She has some really, really funny lines, and the way Octavia Spencer plays this character, she plays her sort of like over the top and like boisterous and with all this energy, and it really comes across, and it really adds to that element to create those funny moments. Chris Pratt has some humorous moments too with his character, but I think Octavia Spencer's character has the funniest moments. The quest is fun. You know, they go off on this quest to be able to bring back the rest of their father, and so it's really nice kind of adventure. And I think what really works in this movie are the dynamic between Tom Holland's character and Chris Pratt's character, the two brothers. The sibling dynamic is really, really strong in this movie, and I think it's really the heart of the movie. Despite the fact that, you know, they're on this journey to basically reconnect with their father, them together is really the highlight of the movie. And as they're going on the journey, they discover things about themselves and also discover things about each other. And it's, I think, a really strong element of this movie. The movie is very busy. It's a very busy movie. It's kind of frantic in a lot of ways. There's a lot of things happening, especially at the beginning, where a lot of things are explained, a lot of things are thrown out there. A lot of it has to do with world building. Like it's setting you up for what is about to happen in the movie. But there's a lot of exposition, a lot of things are explained, and it moves really fast, and the characters talk really fast, and there's like all this really energy, and at times it feels like they're kind of hyper when they're talking. And I feel like, I think that works for kids, right? Because it keeps the energy up. But also, too, this movie has a lot of darker, more emotional themes to it. I mean, it's dealing with loss, it's dealing with death, and I feel like because of the frantic, frenzied nature of the storytelling, it doesn't give some of those heavier moments room to really breathe, you know, so you don't get those emotional punches that you would normally get, I think, from most Pixar movies because of how this story is kind of told in this sort of frenzied way. The one thing that really didn't work for me, which is a shame because I feel like it's a pretty essential part of this movie, was the dad element. I don't know what it was about the dad element that didn't really work for me, but I just had a problem connecting with that. I don't know if it was because the dad is only there as pants. This is gonna sound really weird, but the dad only exists as pants, and I don't know if I just wasn't connecting because there are times where I forgot that the dad was there and that it was important because he wasn't as visible as some of the other characters. I don't know. Maybe that was intentional. Maybe that was completely intentional. But I just didn't connect with the dad element. And I feel like I should have. And I feel like that was one of the weaker points of the movie. Overall, I think Onward is a pretty decent movie. I mean, it's good. It's not great. It's not bad. It's good. It's okay. It's not one of Pixar's best films, but it's certainly not one of Pixar's worst. It's just kind of right in the middle. And, I mean, I enjoyed it while I was watching it. I would probably watch it again, and I'd probably enjoy it again. It's fun. It has some humor. It has some emotional elements to it. It's a fun adventure movie. Kids will like it. I think adults will like it. The family will like it as well. But I don't think it's the best that Pixar's ever done. But it's certainly fun and it's certainly entertaining. I had fun watching it. I enjoyed it. So anyway, those are my thoughts on Onward. Let me know what you think about the movie in the comment section below. While you're here, please like this review and don't forget to hit that subscribe button.